The iPhone 15 Pro rumor mill is very, very hot right now, and we're back with a video to talk about just that. The iPhone 15 Pro could get dramatic changes to its ring, sash, silent switch, and volume buttons. This is interesting. Now, before we talk about that, we do have an iPhone 11 Pro Max in the studio because it's 2023 and I'm too cheap to upgrade. Maybe this year, 2023, is when I'll actually do the 15. But here's my 11 Pro Max. Let's quickly zoom in. This is going to be the main topic for today's video. So the volume buttons, the volume up and the volume down, and of course the silent on, silent off. When you put it on silent, it does that little. If that sounds interesting, guys, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Give us a like and subscribe. It helps the channel. Let's get into it right now. The look and the feel of the iPhone Pro model has largely remained unchanged for the past few years, which is both a good and a bad thing, as it offers users familiarity, right? But it doesn't really provide all that much excitement when it comes to the presentation. Of course, you get new image sensors here and there and processors, usually from generation to generation. Sometimes even a better display, right? But the actual physical external components of the iPhone, like the chassis, the volume buttons and the ring/silent switch, have pretty much remained the same since the 11 Pro. Going up past that video for a second. So we've seen a number of reports over the past few months that indicate that Apple will ditch the physical buttons on its upcoming iPhone 15 Pro in favor of solid state buttons. So that's what they were saying. That's what the leakers were saying, that the newest iPhone could go down the path of a solid state button. I don't personally want that personally, but if it happens, it happens. I'm definitely more into an actual physical tactile button. Awesome. I'm thinking most people would like that, but what is what it is. Whatever happens, happens, right? But now we're getting more details which state that the traditional volume buttons on the iPhone, which have had separate up and separate down buttons for quite some time, they could be changing over to a single seesaw kind of situation button. It's unclear if this just means that Apple will move over to a rocker style design, or if it will be just a solid button with a haptic feedback. I mean, let's hope not. Quickly showing you guys this. We're going to be looking at this in a second. Here are some mock-ups of this button situation. So there you go. Currently, when the ring slash, I don't know why I keep doing that, slash silent switch is in the silent position, there is a small physical orange indicator, yes there is, in this switch that shows that the iPhone user what position that it's currently set in, right? Now, as far as the other changes to the iPhone, we already know that the iPhone will have USB-C. This is a huge conversation, a huge topic so far within content creators talking about the newest iPhone. I mean, yeah, 100%. It looks, nothing's 100% first and foremost, but 99.9% it does look like Apple's going down the route of a USB-C type iPhone, and that makes me very happy. I think it will make a lot of people very happy in the regards that the newest cords will be able to interchangeable with different devices. USB-C is pretty much the standard, or it's very much becoming the standard cord, the standard USB port, right? Of course, a lot of older computers still use the USB-A port. Or is it B? A? I don't know anymore. USB-C is where we're going. So, this one here right now. The iPhone 15 Pro might not feature any physical buttons. This is just another report that came out a little while ago, a month ago. I'm hoping Apple doesn't do this, but this is what this guy said. This guy's apparently really good at detecting the future of Apple. Ming-Chi Kuo is his name. My last survey indicates that the volume buttons and the power button of two high-end iPhones, 15 and 2H23, whatever that means, the new iPhone models may adopt a solid-state button design similar to the home button design of the iPhone 7, 8, SE2 and 3 to replace the physical and mechanical button design. So yeah, some are saying that it could become a seesaw. The iPhone 15 Pro could feature solid-state unified volume rocker mute button instead of the switch. So look, what does this thing actually look like? Well, This is it right here from this guy's Twitter account. These are the photos of the actual iPhone 15. And if this is to be believed, once again, this is just a rumor mill. We don't physically know. I'm trying to make this thing smaller. Is it better? There we go. I'm going to remove my face for a second so you guys can see the buttons, the internal specs of the buttons on the right, and of course the internal specs on the buttons on the left. Interesting. Going to the next photo right there. So this is potentially what the new button situation could be. Now going back to my phone for 1 second, I mean, have a look at this. This side we've got the power button. Just trying to focus the camera. Oh God, no, I'm dropping everything. Can my camera focus? Yes, so there we go. We've got the power button right there. And on this side, we've got 2 individual buttons. So it's looking like it might become either a solid state or a seesaw button like that, connected to each other, right? Which is not what we currently have. Going down on his Twitter account again, I saw this just before making the video. So this guy basically noted that maybe something like this. This is the iPod Nano 7 buttons. Very low resolution photo, but this was the volume buttons for the Nano, iPod Nano 7. It's basically one seesaw situation. The buttons are connected to each other, so that's pretty interesting. If they do go down the path of completely solid state, I mean, it will make sure that the phone is even more watertight, even more dust resistant, giving you those IP ratings even better. But of course, they will still have the lightning, not the lightning port, but the USB-C port, and they'll still have the eSIM, not the eSIM, but the actual physical SIM, right? Those are areas that the water and the dust could get in. Obviously, the iPhone technology, talking about SIM cards for a second, iPhone technology is definitely going down the path of eSIM very, very soon, completely, like 100%. Most good phone manufacturers, I think, are going down that path as well. So eSIM is something we will definitely be talking about in future videos. But I mean, this is pretty much the mock-up CAD designs based on the leaking information that we're getting of the internal specs, right? What do you guys think about this? Let me know. We're on both these channels right here. We're 2 and 1. That's 2 and 1. 1 and 2, if you go in reverse, all right? I've been told. My name's Gareth, and I'll see you beautiful people in tomorrow's video. So.